So I had a friend who was looking to get a new PC, and well, I know how to build PCs. I built one with him. GTX 1660 Super, Ryzen 3600, 16 gigs of dual channel memory. Not an overkill PC, but a pretty good one. But this video isn't necessarily about the PC itself, because this is one of the funniest builds I've done in a while. A good tip for that is one, don't touch the golden pins on the bottom. You're telling me you don't want to cook your dog? And it feels fine going in. And so if you enjoyed this video, a really funny PC build with one of my friends, please like and subscribe, it would help out a ton, and enjoy the video. I'm going to start doing things like attaching fans, the more monotonous stuff. A good tip for that is one, don't touch the golden pins on the bottom. And two, line the golden triangle up with the little triangle on it.
Does it click in or is it just pulling it down?
Just push it all the way down. It will need a little bit. There it goes. Okay, and then comes the thermal paste. Where did I just put the thermal paste? It's right there. It needs about a pea-sized blob in the middle. It's got a cap. I was looking at it like, wait, what's happening here? What's going wrong?
About that.
That is probably enough. Brought 2 power cables for some reason. Okay. Next comes the cooler. You've got a very stealth cooler. Essentially, got to unscrew these two and then just screw this back on top. That has already got thermal paste on the bottom of it. I have discovered. With my fingers.
Obviously I'm not doing something wrong. Well, I'm not doing something right. His lefty loosey isn't working quite well.
Can I quickly lift up the board for a second? Should be going. It'll be tight, but it should go.
Doesn't help if that spins.
Yeah. You don't have a standard size set of screwdrivers, do you?
We do in the back here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know, I was thinking small ones probably have a better, have it easier, but...
Yeah, just we might need the actual force behind it, the proper one. You're telling me you don't want to cook your dog? Yep, that was easy. Already got it.
So it's just the leverage.
Yeah, it just needed more force behind it, basically.
No, I can take over if you've got something else you're focusing on.
Where did that other one?
Those are out, it's...
All those right?
Yep.
Essentially just screw that one back into its place. Why am I having so much trouble screwing in a fan?
You know what we call that, say?
Uh-oh. Skill issue?
No, skill deficiency.
Most computer stuff is threaded and it's all ready to go, which is why you can just buy packs of fan stuff. Packs of computer stuff like screws wise.
Yeah.
And then for some reason fans turned around and said, what if you had to self-thread it? And so you could like put what is a scary amount of force on these fans. The fan header goes just across into this little fan thing over here.
So it's meant to have that space so the
Yes. And then next we go on to the RAM. Now fun stuff. We've got Patriot Viper DDR4 3200 megahertz RAM. Normal motherboards have these clips on both sides to actually clip in the thing. This one's only got it on one side, so you kind of just force it in on one side and then clip down one side, which sounds fine, and it feels fine going in. But when it comes out, it's a problem. How is it that you were doing better than Bass when Bass had, well, lots of experience?
Intuition?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I was gonna say, Bass had done this once before and you're doing way better than he was.
You reckon that's good?
That's too much.
By a lot?
Yeah. This is the dodgiest PC build I think I've ever done. Next is the SSD, which goes into here. Essentially, it's just this little small bit here. You've got to unscrew that. It then tucks in, goes down, and then essentially you just screw it in at the bottom.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
Smaller screw.
Yeah, smaller screwdriver. Not gonna be able to put the one together.
Space is on? Is this size 6, that is 5?
No, that's because that is a SATA SSD, and those are compatible with NVMe's. How much does that make? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, how much sense does that make?
Yeah, no, just screw it in.
Yep. Putting the motherboard into the case, I think. So let's bring the case around. Right here. I was attached to the case, that's right. Okay. So, sorry, no, first is the I/O shield. Because if you forget that, you don't get it in. Next, lifting it by the cooler, we've essentially just got to place the motherboard onto the spokes. These are the little spokes, the holes should line up. The best way to do it is to essentially just line it up with the holes down here, which you are pretty much on track for. And just check that, yeah, your holes are lined up. And then, the screws, the screws are over here. Because they gave me screws with it.
Oh, wait, cut the recording for a sec. At least I can put the actual phrase into motion, put blood, sweat and tears. Minus the tears.
Yeah.
As of yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we can fix that.
What are you planning to do, Zach?
Don't worry about it. Let's just say, when your computer starts running and then suddenly a fire starts, it's gonna be really good for the views. Normally I would put this power supply in first and then plug stuff in. One of the stuff you've got to plug into is like right in there. So before it gets suffocated by the power supply, we plug it in and then place it in the power supply.
So just that way.
Yep. I don't have SATA cables. I got every motherboard comes with some. Woo! I have planned. I have. Oh, just for a second, I thought I only had one with it. And I was like, I was pretty sure it had two. That's an issue. Next will be the Wi-Fi card.
Yep, which is there.
Just this little thing with the antennas.
Plus that.
Yes. That we don't.
Okay.
That is essentially if you wanted to use it on a smaller case, it gives you a low profile, right?
Spare metal. So what you said it was like 1070? What was it?
1660 Super.
1660.
Next is essentially just zip tying some of these cables out of the way so it doesn't get into things like the fans. And then...
Right, so it's just zip tying so they're already stuck kind of in there.
Yes, basically. And then I think once we cable manage, that's actually most of it done.
Yep.
We've just got to test it. Look, it's not the prettiest build out there, but
It works.
it's one of the most powerful.
In the group.
In the group, yeah. Yeah, this
I
ain't
was
no...
say, you'd have to pull some strings
Yeah,
to have gotten something that's the most powerful on the planet.
yeah. This ain't no 4090. And then...
Oh, I was going to say, did you take one of my kidneys out or something for a 49?
Yeah. Well, you would need far more than a kidney for a 4090. It's time to test it. As simple as that. And this is the final build, fully operational and everything. Everything worked, didn't have to fix anything. This is one of my first non-RGB builds. He requested no lights. But it all works. Huzzah!